Hi children, hope all are fine and doing well. Have you learned the last two modules clearly? In our last two modules of the same chapter, magnetic effects of electric current, we have learned about the definition of magnetic effect of electric current, Oersted's experiment, and the definition of magnetic field lines and its characteristics. Today we are going to learn about magnetic field produced by a current carrying straight conductor. So we will learn the features of the magnetic field, how it will be, and the rule which gives the direction of magnetic field in this case. So let's start our topic. Children, you have learned that a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field around it, and this is known as magnetic effect of electric current. This field can be represented with the help of magnetic field lines. And in our last module we have seen how to draw the magnetic field lines in the case of a bare magnet using a magnetic compass needle, or how to represent it with the help of iron fillings. So today we are considering a current carrying straight conductor. That means when the current carrying conductor's shape changes, the nature of the field lines also changes. That means the pattern will be different. So in this chapter, now we are going to learn about the field lines in the case of a straight conductor carrying current. Then we will learn about a circular loop. Then we will learn about solenoid, so on. So, here we are discussing an activity to demonstrate the pattern of magnetic field lines around a straight conductor carrying current. That means here the shape of the conductor is straight. So when we discuss about an activity or when we write about the activity, first we have to mention about our aim or objective. So here our aim is to study the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Then we have to write about the apparatus or the materials required for our activity. So we need the long, straight, thick copper wire, that is our conductor. Then we need a battery, that means a source, 12-volt battery we are selecting here. Then a rheostat or a variable resistor. Then magnetic needle to note down the direction of magnetic field. An ammeter having a range from 0 to 5 ampere. A key. A cardboard where we will be noticing the pattern of magnetic field lines. A stand to fix it. Then iron fillings and a sprinkle of iron fillings. These are the things required for our activity. So first we have to write our aim, then our materials required. Because in sometimes you have to write about the activity in your exam. So this pattern you should follow when you answer the question. Next we are going to the main part of our activity, that is its procedure. For that we have to insert the thick wire through the center of the cardboard vertically and fix it on a stand. You can see that in the figure given here. In the figure you can see the wire is inserted through the center of the cardboard. Attach the ends of the wire through a key, variable resistor and an ammeter on either side of a battery as shown in figure. Here you can see the upper part of the wire is connected to a variable resistance or rheostat, and from the variable resistor the connection is going to the negative terminal of the ammeter, and from the positive terminal of the ammeter the connection is given to the positive terminal of the battery. Similarly, the bottom part of the wire is connected to the key, and from the key the connection is going to the negative terminal of the battery. So now the circuit is completed. Now if you switch on the circuit, the current will be flowing through the circuit or through the wire. But before switch on the circuit, after giving the connection, the next thing is you have to spread the iron fillings uniformly on the cardboard and place the magnetic needle on the cardboard to see the direction of the magnetic field produced when the current is passing through the wire. After completing the circuit as explained before, we have to close the key. Then we have to tap the cardboard slightly to observe the orientation of iron fillings. That means when we close the key, current starts flowing through the wire, and observe the orientation of iron fillings which we have sprinkled on the cardboard. Also notice the direction of magnetic needle kept on the cardboard. Can you tell what will be the observation? We can observe that the iron fillings are aligned themselves, showing a pattern of concentric circles around the copper wire. That means when the current starts flowing through the circuit, we can see that the iron fillings which we have sprinkled on the cardboard are aligned themselves like circles around the wire. So we can conclude from the activity that a current carrying conductor is a source of magnetic field. That means a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field around it, and this is known as magnetic effect of electric current. We can also conclude that the magnetic field is in the form of concentric circles whose centers lie on the wire. That means the field around a current carrying straight conductor is in the form of concentric circles whose centers lie on the wire. So children, I hope that the activity which we have explained is clear from the previous video. So there you can see clearly that when the current passes through the wire, the iron fillings are arranging themselves in the form of concentric circles. Therefore, the magnetic field lines around a current carrying straight conductor are concentric circles whose centers lie on the wire. This you have to learn very clearly. That means how will be the nature or how will be the pattern of the magnetic field lines around a current carrying straight conductor. That means the magnetic field lines will be appearing as concentric circles whose centers lie on the wire. Then when we move away from the current carrying conductor, the circles becomes loosened and larger. Here you can see when we move from the inner circle to the outer circle, the circles are becoming loosened and larger, which represents the field also becomes weakened when we move away from the wire. That means from the center to the outer part when we move away from the wire, the magnetic field also becomes weakened. That is why the circles are becoming loosened and larger. You can also observe that the magnitude of magnetic field is directly proportional to the current passing through the conductor. That means in the case of a straight current carrying conductor, when you increase the current passing through the conductor, the magnitude of magnetic field around it also increases, which can be observed in the magnetic compass needle. That means the magnetic compass needle which we are keeping on the cardboard will show more deflection when we increase the current through the wire. So the magnetic field is directly proportional to the current passing through the conductor. Or when we decrease the current, the field also decreases. That means that time the needle won't be showing that much deflection. The deflection will be lesser. Secondly, the magnetic field is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. That means if we increase the length of the conductor we are using here, then the needle will show more deflection, which means the field also increases. Or when we decrease the length, the field also becomes lesser, showing lesser deflection in the magnetic compass needle. So the magnitude of magnetic field is directly proportional to the current, and it is also directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Next, the magnitude of magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. That means if we move away from the wire, the magnitude of magnetic field decreases. That is why we already told it, when we move away from the wire, the concentric circles, the circles are becoming loosened and larger, which means the field also decreases. That means when the distance increases, field decreases. So the magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. Next, we are going to discuss about right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule gives the direction of magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying conductor. That means the direction of the magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying conductor is given by right hand thumb rule. Next, we are going to discuss about it. Right hand thumb rule states that imagine that we are holding a current carrying straight conductor in our right hand such that the thumb points towards the direction of current. Then the fingers wrapped around the conductor shows the direction of magnetic field lines. You can see that in the given figures. In the first figure, you can see we are holding the current carrying conductor in our right hand by keeping the thumb in the upward direction. So the current direction is in the upward direction. Then the fingers wrapped shows the direction of the magnetic field. And in the second figure, we are holding the conductor in our right hand by keeping the thumb in the downward direction. That means here the current is in the downward direction. Then the fingers wrapped around it shows the direction of the magnetic field. The activity which we have explained before, in that activity the direction of current is given in the downward direction. So the field direction also shown as in the second figure. That means you can observe one thing from here. That means when we reverse the direction of current, the direction of the magnetic field also reverses, which you have observed in Oersted's experiment also. So the direction of the magnetic field lines in the case of a straight current carrying conductor is given by right hand thumb rule. Children, you have seen that The direction of the magnetic field produced by a current carrying straight conductor is given by right hand thumb rule. This rule is also called Maxwell's corkscrew rule. It states that if we consider ourselves driving a corkscrew in the direction of current, then the direction of rotation of the corkscrew is the direction of the magnetic field. So here you can see the corkscrew is driving in the downward direction. So the direction of current is in the downward direction. And the rotation of the corkscrew is given by a circle, and that gives the direction of the magnetic field. That means in which direction we are rotating the screw to drive it, and that direction gives the direction of magnetic field line speed. So that's why it is known as Maxwell's corkscrew rule. And it is similar to right hand thumb rule. Both are defining the same thing, that is the direction of the magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying conductor. So today's topic we are concluding. Today we discussed about magnetic field produced by a current carrying straight conductor. Learn the nature of the field produced by it and what are the factors it depends, and learn the right hand thumb rule. Okay children, thank you.